Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of The Odd Endeavor.
And a Benedict
Mr.
Cumberbatch
DM,
batch.
give us a little recap.
Alrighty. So the last time we were playing, you guys took out a shifty-looking stalkers, I guess is the best way to say it, in Goblin Town, who were stalking down a well-known goblin leader of one of the goblin companies by the name of Ord. Um, they initially warned you off following him because they were trying to gather information about this creature who's been left loose in the city, taking people's faces, destroying lives, killing people, that sort of thing. A lot of people dead. Um, as you do, but uh, they seem to notice you sneaking up. I use the term sneaking very lightly because your party, aside from the notable exception of one Warforged, are not built for stealth whatsoever. Um, a fight ensued. You guys decently handled them pretty well. One of them tried to escape. One of them tried to escape. The But you got them. So two of them were captured. Two of them were killed. Ord came back, explained the situation. Um, he advised killing them and took care of one of them, and the other one was taken care of by, I believe. Heading back to his Wizardistry's building, you talked with him for a bit. Um, got some clues that he wants the creation returned to him, not to the plaza, which was your initial contract, because he wants. I mean, it doesn't, and he's trying to say it doesn't really matter because he's the one who built it for them under this contract. After you did catch him talking to a fairly wealthy-looking man, probably from the plaza. So there's something there. He does seem a bit um, loose with his ethics, from hints of human experimentation, from what you understand, and disregard for humans in general. But he did give some indication that it was someone near the rivers or the water side, because that's where it was previously, and it needs some sort of system to get through the city, some way of fast travel road, something like that. And one of you came up with the sewers as a possible explanation, which is good. Um, After you've met with him, the rest of your day was spent going throughout the city, doing various chores, talking with each other, advising the guards to be careful with them, some things. And at the end, Alila had a dream of her deity leading her towards a sewer entrance, which seems to be a fairly strong indication of that's where the entrance is. So,
So we're doing not that, right?
hey, you don't have
Okay.
to. In the morning, you'll wake up at various times for those of you who need rest. Those of you who don't need rest, your screensaver time and such, or your meditation ends, and you awake in your afforded residence in the plot. This is being supplied by your employer for this mission. Fairly nice looking hotel. A little too nice for some of you who are used to sleeping in caves.
I assume I'm one of the first up because I'm an elf. So I'm just gonna wait down in the lobby for everyone else to meet up.
There'll be served some food, fresh fruits, yogurts, meals, stuff like that. Basic breakfast food, sausages, stuff like that. Fairly good quality, actually, if you wish.
Suppose since I don't sleep at all, I'd follow after with uh, Mr. Hoots, or just Hoots for short, on my shoulder.
Right, the owl on his shoulder. Uh, One of the staff, who looks to be some sort of a not particularly well-born servant girl, probably younger, pretty face, seems pleasant enough. Looks at you kind of confused, Ace, and walks up with a tray of food, kind of questioningly, like she's unsure if you need it or
It's fine. You can just leave it there.
Nods and gives a little bow and walks and backs off after laying it there.
I begin shoving food into my storage compartment.
I'll keep this in
I
mind
have
for
Russell grab me some food off the plate.
the zombie starts feeding. They have some grapes.
I toss
I'm
them.
assuming, I'm assuming like she's got like one of those Roman style like lounging chairs. She's like laying there and like the zombie just feeding her grapes.
I mean, there's
Like
none of those
fucking
available.
crackers.
There's none of those available right now, but there is a nicely like cushioned bench that you could use for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Who would be the next to get up?
That would be probably Lila.
Okay.
She gets up fairly early.
Morning prayers, prepare your spells, etc.
Those were done already,
Yeah.
so I don't
figured.
need to waste time right now.
I figured. You're all dressed up and ready to go. Down as you come downstairs, you see a zombie feeding Bea food, and you see Ace stuffing things into a storage compartment.
I throw a sausage up in the air, and the owl catches it.
The lady who was bringing you food gives a light round of applause.
Good boy, Hoots.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
I see you figured out that owl's name.
He's a bit of a hoot.
I can see that. That's pretty good. Just gonna go and get some food as well. Sit down
A
with the
plate.
rest.
A plate will be brought to you,
Okay.
and some. I'm assuming
Tea in the morning? No, it's coffee.
coffee. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
coffee.
we'll take tea.
It's actually very good quality tea. Like, the food quality here is really good. This is more your standard. Coffee's damn good too. A little strong.
It's fine.
It's not too long later before loud thumping makes its way down the stairs as the slightly uncoordinated Og makes its way down the nice establishment.
Immediately look around to see everyone eating and get very grumpy that I don't already have food in my hands.
The lady, the serving lady, looks over to the to one of the other serving ladies. We're going to need more food. She'll hastily assemble you a plate of just meats and breads and more meat.
I'm just gonna plop down near the group and just start chowing down, scarfing down the food.
Lots of bacon.
I gives a thumbs up.
As soon as you finish your first plate, like that instant, another plate is brought to you, Og. Strangely enough, Og's finished his first plate before Alila has, even though Og came after.
Liv was just kind of like watching Og just scarf down, making sure he doesn't choke himself in it. Like doesn't accidentally like what's it called? Like choke on it, basically.
They bring like a whole side of ham with a bone in. He just picks it up, snarls it down, just a crunch as the bone is crunched by his teeth and swallowed. Doesn't seem to be.
She wants to say something, and then she notices just like gets inhaled. So she's like, okay, it's fine. She's going to say you're not supposed to eat the bone. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
The other thing he might have is a very painful poop later.
Won't be the first time.
Nah, everybody. Nah, everybody knows that that ogres have 5 stomachs. It's fine.
And eventually the last one to make their way down is Heck.
Heck, as he's coming down, it's very clear that he didn't get some good sleep. He's got bags under his eyes. His eyes are bloodshot. Kind of slowly coming down the stairs.
The servant girl meets you down the stairs, at the bottom of the stairs with a cup of coffee, ready for you.
He takes it. Thank you. Makes
Nods.
his way over to the table. Kind of slumps into a chair.
I is gonna sit upright, swat Russell away, and just look around to see if everyone's ready for a discussion.
Still tossing sausages in the air for Hoots to catch.
Well, that's like a quarter of the way through her plate of food because she's too busy watching over Og, basically. And she notices Heck come down and she's gonna say to him, "Morning. You look good. Did you have were you out last night? Did you come back late or something?"
No.
Hmm.
Just not a restful night.
I see. This is this gonna be hindering you at all today, or think
It
you should be alright?
Shouldn't.
Okay. Just want to look at him and see if he's like physically exhausted or just like, is he doing fine basically, or is it just like,
Make me a medicine check.
oh god, I changed it. Why is it blue now?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Right?
Physically, aside from the tiredness and the fatigue, looks healthy. Doesn't look sick.
Okay. Well, perhaps that's a conversation we can have at some other time when we're not busy for the day.
Perhaps.
You look like you wanted to say something. She kind of like heads back to her seat and starts eating food, and expectingly looking over at where Bea is. She like gets up. She like got up and just like looked like she wanted to say something.
Well, I was just wondering what our plan is. in how we're expecting to procure this creature.
If I'm not... Apologies. She finishes chewing. If I'm getting this, I understand this right. I believe we are going into the sewers. I got a strong feeling last night that's where it is. So I'm pretty confident about that, at the very least. Apart from that, I'm open to ideas of how to go about it.
Well, I do have a spell that can hold a target in place. Perhaps we could disable it and send one of the more expendable individuals in to restrain it.
Og perks his head up when he hears expendable.
Now, I don't appreciate you calling Og expendable.
I was referring to Russell, or the
Oh,
construct. And she
Russell's head
points
goes
at Ace.
Excuse me?
are you?
I am not expendable. I'm vital to this operation. Thank you very much.
I agree. Ace has many skills. Hell, I probably would not be here if it wasn't for Ace.
Russell it is then.
I'm pretty sure if he were to die, I don't think it would be as simple as you think to just make another one of him. I think he's a lot more human than you might realize. Of those bodies made out of metal.
One of a kind. Nothing else like me. Probably. I'm sure. Maybe? I don't know.
If you insist.
Speaking of people
There
being
is
more
always
human-
Russell.
Speaking of people being more human than we realize, what was that about yesterday?
I was wondering the same.
I mean, I never pretended to be human.
Just kind of look around. Perhaps it's not the best place to discuss this.
Fair enough.
Once we're out, or once we're out of danger and alone, I guess I owe you guys an explanation.
In any case, does anyone have rope or other methods by which we may restrain our target?
I can make a suggestion.
If it is a magical construct, I have the ability to end the magic on it, or at the very least attempt to.
Would doing so be irreparable?
Well, I'm sure that whoever made it could probably fix them. How does it compose this for?
The heck is all that chatter outside?
If it is an undead creature, I do have a couple of things that I could. One which I could give someone or myself. Um, they would be protected from the undead. If it tries to attack them or try to possess them, they would be more resilient against it. Another one is just the plain old simple turn undead. It will just turn around and run away from me.
Could we use that in conjunction with a large cage?
If we could procure a large cage, sure. Yeah, it's also not gonna guarantee at all that it's going to remain in that cage. The turn undead only lasts for about a minute, and then it's back to whatever it was doing before.
Well, from what we've heard, what this thing is capable of, I see no reason why a cage would not hold it.
All right. Now the question is, where exactly are we gonna get a cage from, and how big does it need to be? As we haven't really gotten any um, guess on how large this creature is when it's not taking the form of someone else.
The goblin mentioned building it from the corpse of a changeling. Did he not?
I think so. Yeah.
That's correct, yes.
Then we must simply find a cage that fits a changeling.
All right. What do I know about changelings?
Uh, make me. Oh, they're not a very common race, so I would say this might go with Arcana.
Okay.
gonna make this as well.
Alila, you know they change form for the most part, but that's the name. Yeah.
Melty Luck strikes again, almost.
Yeah. As for you, Bea, changelings are fairly distrusted. Obviously, because they can mutate forms, change, etc. Their base form itself is white skin with a white hair. Which kind of rings a bell for you for something. They're very capable disguising their appearance, making the best kind of spies and criminals. For the most part, in actuality, they're harmless individual people who kind of stay off to themselves. However, the unique abilities that they have causes a lot of mistrust in themselves. A lot of them have sort of personality issues. They have multiple personalities and set up their own personas. So if one of them is compromised, they can actually just disappear and switch to another one. Very good at escaping the law that way. However, they are a bit more. They're a bit quicker than the average person, and a bit better at deceiving, obviously, with their innate abilities.
I kind of lost track there. Did you say anything about how large they are?
Oh, they're medium sized.
Okay, so like roughly human size.
Yeah, ranging anywhere from 5'7" to 6 foot.
Okay. I am going to pull out the hair that we got earlier and place it on the table. And I'm going to turn to Alila and ask, do you have any way to track a being based on a part of its body that it's lost?
I don't think I can do that. I can track things.
She's going to look at Heck next.
No, I don't.
But I think it's possible. I just don't have the skill set for it at the moment.
I see.
As in, I don't know how to do it. I would need to ask. I would need to ask my god for more power. That is not something that I can simply ask of him. It's something that I need to earn.
I see. It has just occurred to me. We may not be able to fit a cage in the sewers.
Right.
I will say to you, Alila, because I didn't say this earlier, because we're kind of wrapping up the session at that point. The
Yep.
entrance to the sewer itself, like the large opening grate, seemed to be about 10 feet wide. Fairly large opening.
Okay, so it's possible to fit a cage that would fit a human inside.
Yeah.
There. Okay. So, well, from my hunch, I think the opening is large enough. The question still remains what the issue is. Well, we need to first procure one, and then, and then we need to find them, and we need to be stealthy enough to lay a trap, a trap down, without being noticed.
Right.
I
Just
think it
gonna
would be.
look at Og for a second.
I think it might be a lot easier if we lured it out somehow.
Well, barring a cage, I'm sure manacles could do the trick. Or rope.
That's not what I mean. I mean, if we could get him out of the sewers, or like close to the entrance, because we don't know exactly where in the sewers he is. So in order for us to, forgive me, but in order for us to put down a trap for him, we need to first know where he is. And we need to ensure that goes the way we want him to. Right? So if we can lure him out first, then we know exactly where he is. And if we lure him out towards the exit of the sewers, then really there's probably gonna be only one way for him to go, which is out.
A reasonable point.
Ace, you've been off quiet. Got any ideas?
As you are sitting around here, the chattering has increased in volume. Obviously, as more people filled this in. The person playing the harp has been joined by someone else who seems to be playing a lute. Both of them appear to be very well. And looking at between those two, they, from what you can see, seem to be trying to outperform one another. Almost like a battle of dueling banjos, but you got a harp or you got a lute. For the most part, the conversation around you is um, mostly versed in political intrigue and also some talks of monetary value, trades, that sort of thing. It seems to be a fairly wealthy establishment. There are also people talking about the disappearances that are happening through town, the rumors of it, etc. That sort of thing.
Okay. Because I still have my bugs up, because they have like 18 hours total. I'm gonna send one over to land on Ace's nose.
Does Ace even have a nose?
Whatever would be in place of his nose.
On his face?
Yeah. I don't think he's paying attention.
Ace. Ace of spades.
I have all my bugs go over and start casting light around his head.
Ace. Uh, at that point, you would probably notice all the lights around for these bugs. Yep. Oh, I did.
Call them back.
Ha.
Ellie wanted to speak with you.
We'd lack the input. I want to look up where it is.
I figured that's what's happened. That
Okay. Um.
Do you have any input? Hey.
Um. Uh. No. I don't think so. Sorry, I'm still a little out of it, I guess.
Of course. And you? The large thing that I can't remember the name of.
Kind of frowns at that. I'd say we use old kobold tactic. Send fastest kobold in first, lure out creature, then capture. Works 30% of the time.
So just realized my mic was muted for stream, and I don't know how long it's been like
Oh
that.
no.
So you guys been hearing me,
Oh
but
boy.
stream wasn't. That's fine. I've been doing sneaky stuff. Nothing much happening in my character, so
on the bright side, stream has been seeing exactly what you've been doing.
yeah. Basically, what you've been seeing in chat is what I've been doing. I haven't really been saying much of anything. You didn't miss much.
Huh.
Well. Going by that plan, we would send Ace in. And he would draw the creature to us. Which I don't believe he would be very happy about.
Hug looks back over at Ace and turns back on us. Or we send Metal Man's owl. Have bird thing look for creature.
Alright.
It does seem to be quite undetectable.
I think that's a pretty good idea. At least for a scouting mission. I would also assume that it's fairly dark down there. So perhaps sending Ace down there would probably not be the best. But I'm going to assume that his owls at the very least has some sort of night vision. And if you'll excuse me for a minute, and she's going to get up and head towards the two figures. Calmert.
Okay. Okay, so Ace, you watch as the figures you've been kind of keeping an eye on. Leela just gets up and starts walking.
I immediately get up and try to stop Leela. But what are you doing?
I just want to say hi.
They know something about what I am. Listen in.
She kind of looks at him in confusion for a second.
I lightly tap the metal.
No, she knows what you mean,
Oh,
but like
alright.
they've just kind of been staring at you. So she's kind of confused as to, oh, that's what that's what they're staring you about. Okay. So you don't want them to just go ahead and politely introduce myself?
If you want to do it that way, then fine. But we'll go together.
It's up to you. They have been staring at you after all.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay, so Alila and Ace head off towards a table off to the side, which was Ace's left, Alila's right. And you notice as they head off to that table, it seems to be like an elderly-looking man with a pointed hat, like a walking staff, possibly, um, with some sort of scepter on the end of it. And a younger man who has like this cape. Seems to be carrying a lot of books and bags with him, possibly some sort of errand boy, maybe. Uh, and they seem to be kind of conversing. He has a long mustache, gray. It's like a Fu Manchu, but it's gone all the way down to his like chest, and like a 5 o'clock shadow for the beard.
Going to walk up, say, still morning, yeah.
Yeah, it's still morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Well, maybe. I was wondering. Well, first of all, my name is Aqua. It's good to meet you, make your acquaintance. Um, Now you two look like the kind of people that know a lot about magic and the sorts. I can't help but notice that taking quite a liking to my friend over here.
Hey,
He's very unique. I haven't seen him in a while. I was just telling my apprentice here, Sean, about him.
so you've seen others of my kind around, right?
A few, rare, but I've seen him. By the way, a brief pause in the roleplay because someone rolled something else, and the counter roll against it was this.
Hmm.
So there you go. You know who you are. Anyway, so well, I've seen one before, and I was telling him, my apprentice, I have to pass on my wisdom and knowledge. And telling him about the last time I saw one. You seemed a bit more independent than what I saw previously, which is good, actually.
Yeah, I am pretty awesome. But you said your other apprentice. You know what happened with him?
Well, I know that he was a independent sort of. Last I heard, he was headed towards Stigby, if I'm not mistaken.
S- Sorry, come again with the name.
Stigby. Stigby is the Stigby theocracy, the place where a bunch of the leaders of all the major churches send
Ah,
emissaries and border. It's like a giant version of the
Vatican City.
Vatican.
Okay.
It's its own little country.
so he's of the religious sort now.
Yes, very devout fellow. Followed Ayun. Very devout about that.
Yeah, he's narrow at the mention of Ayun, but I quickly snap out of it.
Which you can't tell because you face the move.
No, I could at least have shutters on the eyes, so I could at least make the eyes seem like they squint.
Your eyes go like they're like camera lenses. They
Yeah,
can like
pretty much.
focus in.
Meanwhile, the young apprentice is copying notes of this entire conversation down, enraptured by this. Tell me, what's your name?
Ace.
Ace. Pleased to meet you.
You happen to say what the apprentice called his metallic friend?
He never gave it a name, actually. He just said, do this, do that, and it did its thing. He never named it, actually. He was not autonomous whatsoever.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't believe we ever got your name, kind sir.
Oh, my apologies. Name's Gregor.
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 Okay. Neat.
Nice.
And this is my apprentice, Sean.
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 We're just here to study a bit of the inventions that have gone around here. You know, some advanced magical creations here. We have a meeting with one of the heads of one of the goblin places later today. A man named Or. Liz Industries.
Oh, we've met him before. Interesting fellow. Interesting fellow.
Is he a good person?
I'm gonna leave Alila to answer that. I'm not touching that.
Do you want the honest answer or the polite answer?
I would rather prefer the honest answer because I'm in a meeting with him that could possibly gain him some knowledge for future creations of his. And if he's a bad person, I don't want to supply him with my knowledge.
Can I just, before I answer, can I just get like just a general vibe off this guy?
Yeah, insight.
Is he stinky or is he not stinky?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh, that's 2 GM.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
We'll use that. Yep. He seems to be actually a very nice fellow. Genuine person, seems to be good. Seems to take his responsibilities as a master to an apprentice fairly reasonably, and he seems to actually care how his knowledge is used.
So you mentioned that you wanted the honest answer? Well, the vibe we got from him, he's very selfish, self-centered, and cares mostly about himself and his own well-being. Um, and he's also fairly shifty, and I'm sure he has secrets of his own. Um, he is a fairly powerful individual, so I don't doubt that.
You do converse with him, tread carefully.
Little nods.
Well, now that you mention it,
Would I say he's a bad person? Not necessarily.
I feel a little under the weather today. Maybe it's best I skip that meeting.
Sounds like a good call.
I don't mean to intervene, but my friend Ace here is very good at dealing with a cold. Perhaps you two could have a meeting sometime and discuss your affliction. I'm very bad at lying. I mean, perhaps you two should meet up someplace, and perhaps you could share what you know, Gregor, to my friend Ace here. He's been kind of looking and learning about his current situation. Perhaps his experience with it might might help you as well, furthering your knowledge or what have you.
I would be happy to if you would be willing, of course.
Sure. No problem. And I just stare at Alila.
Just kind of smiles.
I don't want you to feel like some sort of scientific experiment or anything to be viewed upon. Obviously, you have independent feelings and thoughts. Obviously, didn't know it's possible until I met you, but I respect your wishes in this.
Yeah, it's probably good that I'd like to get some answers and maybe your experience, get some opinions.
Fair enough.
But sorry to take up most of your time, but we really should get back. We've got some important business ourselves we need to take care of. Thank you for your time.
By the way, both of you noticed this entire conversation. There's been a luminescent bug on his hat that looks very familiar. That he is apparently not.
Great.
Do I realize that my bug was still emitting light? Because I feel like I would have stopped it from doing that.
I mean, you're not gonna get in trouble for emitting light of this. It's just comedic in this nature because of the horrible roles of this gentleman.
Yeah.
It's like a lightning bug. Can like just there. Why is it emitting light? It's morning. Like this really macabre looking bug just sitting there.
Yep, just sitting there.
I will ask the gentleman. So how long will you be staying here at this establishment?
I'll be staying here for about a week.
All right. So I know where to find you.
My next stop after this, if you don't catch me here, is back to my hometown. We're headed back to. Have you ever been to a barak?
We've been there, right? It's been very long. Between sessions, that it's hard to keep track of where we've been.
Athon is the Nordic place that you went to the first few sessions in like the northern area. Barak is the large, almost Persian Empire type place.
We haven't been there yet, though, right?
No, you've not been there.
All right.
Everyone knows what Barak is. Some of you may have been there in your past, possibly. But most it's like the largest nation out there, the wealthiest, the big boy.
The lad.
Yeah, the Chad nation.
The absolute unit of a nation.
Yes.
All right. All right.
I reside in Turkey.
Kirky. All right.
That
I'll make
that is
note
the
of that.
capital. That is the capital of Barak. Widely known as the one of the two largest cities in the world. The only one rivaling it is Stigby itself.
Again, thank you for your time.
No, it's
I'll begin to walk away. I'll say, "Come on, Hoots," and Hoots will fly out from under the table.
the owl flies out from underneath the table, completely unnoticed. Except for the people who you guys did notice the owl, but these guys has no idea where the fuck the owl's.
It'll fly out from under the table and then perch on my shoulder.
Holy hell! The guy starts coughing. That was surprise.
As I see them coming back, I'm gonna have the bug go and land on the owl's head. I need to get my eyes checked. You hear him mutter as you guys go back to your table.
All right. Well, that was a very fruitful endeavor, I think.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So, what were we talking about? What's the plan? Did we decide on something?
Oh well, we've kind of been discussing. We're thinking about perhaps having a cage of some kind, perhaps luring the creature out in some way to cage to restrain it that way.
I feel like if it would change shape, couldn't it change into something to slip through a cage? Does this thing have the ability to do that?
Well, I don't know actually. I think it's mostly has to do with like human shapes.
Assuming that it does not have abilities beyond that of a changeling, I don't believe it would be able to slip through the bars. Unless the bars were so far apart that, say, a gnome or a halfling could fit through.
All right. So now, next question: where are we getting a cage?
That's also what I was saying.
Og have idea.
What is it, Ugg?
What if we not take cage, but take outhouse? No bars to slip through. Big enough to hold person.
Right. But I think they would notice the smell. Or it would notice smell. Needs to be something that is trap-like, I guess. But
Well,
that's
it is
good.
hiding in the sewers.
That's also fair. Yeah. All right. Ignore that.
Out of character, I'm in full support of this plan, just because it means dumping a fucking outhouse right in front of the fucking town hall.
Not a completely shitty idea.
Boo.
I'm gonna say I enjoyed that one.
House
It's
in
pretty
the
piss.
middle of a
Nope.
But it is pretty piss poor, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Ah. You know, when she started making poop jokes, every one of them runs together.
Oh god.
Oh, stinky. Poop. Ha ha ha. Poopy.
Anyway,
Okay.
back on the D&D
Yeah.
track.
No. I regret making this concept.
That didn't take long.
It only took about a third of an hour.
My god. Can we please move on from this bit?
Never.
Cage, where are we getting a cage?
Well, barring a cage, there are other ways to restrain a creature.
We could fight
You
it,
could use
knock
one
it
of
out,
those.
then tie it up. I mean, that's what I thought we were gonna. Isn't that what we usually do? We fight things until they stop fighting us, and then take them with us.
That's
Now, if we fight, there's a risk.
sounds a lot like kidnapping.
I mean,
Concerned
It's a
look.
corpse.
it's a monster.
That's not
You
what I
cannot
mean. It
Kidnap
sounds
a
like
corpse.
it's not. That wasn't what I was saying. It sounds like you made it sound like we do this every time. You made it sound like she kind of whispers this. You made it sound like kidnappers.
The pen. I mean, if you don't want to go that route, fine.
I'm
But I'll leave it to you
not
guys to
saying-
find what.
I'm not
find a
saying that's
cage.
bad. I'm not saying that's a bad idea. It's just wording of it was a bit odd. But that's an option. First things first, I guess we should the risk is to have someone or some thing scout to figure out exactly where it is.
I agree. I would send Russell or one of my bugs, but I'm afraid they're not intelligent enough to communicate whatever they see.
Right. And I'm just gonna look at Russell.
The
Is it is it still like is it decaying? Is Russell decaying? Basically, what I'm asking.
vaguely, yeah, he's starting to. Yeah, it's been a bit.
Okay, just gonna look at his eyes specifically.
One's kind of drooping halfway out the socket.
Okay. Can Russell even see anymore?
He sees through magic, it's fine.
Right. got it. I understand. I think.
I only had something that could see pretty well. Probably in the dark. I don't know. Hoots, you got any ideas?
Oh,
Yeah, my thoughts. I don't know. I got nothing.
I think we should send Ace in.
I agree.
He's very expendable.
Moves very quickly.
All right, I'll head in and run into walls because I can't see in the dark.
That was a joke.
I'm gonna send my bugs over to buzz around your head and cast light.
Also, yeah, I have an owl.
I understood that. We were discussing about that actually, while you were busy staring at an old man.
and a little boy.
Then why were we still discussing it when you guys thought of that already?
Because we wanted to make sure, because well, Lila wanted to make sure that you were okay with it.
It's fine. He's magical.
Because idea was Uggs, and no one takes Uggs ideas.
Yeah.
It's a familiar. It just poofs out of existence if it's in trouble. You'll be fine, right, Hoots?
Oh,
You can make a familiar.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So, if I'm getting this right, that sounds familiar to you?
My God. I make Hoots land on
Can
Oliva's
I-
head.
Yeah, can I use my reaction as she's saying that to have one of my bugs fly into her mouth?
if you want.
I do that. It's worth losing a bug.
Okay. You were assaulted by a bug and an owl.
You know, she's kind of like, and then like the owl lands on her head, and she's kind of like, oh, this is actually fine. Starts scratching Hoots.
The claws scratch your head a little sharply.
So it's decided then. We're sending the owl into the sewers.
Sure. Nothing suspicious of an owl flying through his sewers.
What happens when we find them? What do we do? Exactly. We need a plan afterwards. Do we just go at him and fight him, or
Wow.
what?
If the owl can draw it back to the entrance, we do that. If not, we send Ace or Russell to draw it back, while the rest of us lay in ambush.
What's going on out there?
Or we investigate that noise.
Yeah. Say that's a good idea. Get up and start walking out.
Lila kind of eyes of her still half-eaten plate of food that she hasn't finished, and then like eyes dart back to the noise, and she kind of like sighs a little bit, and then just heads over to where the noise is.
But before we get into that, quick question, Mr. DM. I don't think there's anything about range for Find Familiar. There's a
100
few.
feet.
There's a few things where you have to use certain abilities, but it doesn't say anything about it having to be. Like, I could send it further. I just can't do anything past a certain point. It would have to come back within range, right?
Well, it's 100 feet for you to communicate with us telepathically. In regards to that,
I think it's like a mile or something. I don't know.
the range of casting it is 10 feet. As an action, while temporary dismissed, you can cause reappear on opposite 30 feet. Became more familiar time. Well, you're familiar to 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through familiar's eyes what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining benefits and senses familiar has during your time you're dying and deaf and blind. Well done. With regard to your own senses. So it's additionally in regards to the 100 feet. So I would say that that vision and hearing extends to 100 feet
Yeah.
based on
So,
this reading.
that's how far I could see with it. But if I tell it to like go beyond that and then come back, it can still go that far. I just can't see through it past a certain point, right?
I would say that's accurate. Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't communicate with you. At that point, it goes follows the last known directive.
Yeah.
and
As long as I
acts
give the
independently.
direction to come back after a certain point.
That says fair. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I could send it in to say, look around the servers for X amount of time. If you don't find anything, come back.
Yeah.
All right. Onwards to the commotion.
Okay. So some of the people from the tavern you're in leave to hear what the commotion is. And as you guys leave the inn, see what's going on, you see there's a lot of high-profile looking guards, like well armed, kind of making way for something. There appears to be a cart with some really, again, well-dressed guards. They have a body covered on as they're marching, as they're taking the cart to the center of town, right to the hall. It looks like.
Is that a body on the cart?
Yeah, it's a body on the cart.
Do I recognize the body?
Make a perception check.
So that's the DM. It was 15.
No, you don't recognize it. It appears to be male of some kind. Fairly it has some ornate rings on it. The body itself, based on the way it's covered up, looks to be slightly rotund in nature. You can see drifting off the side of it is like black hair that is matted with blood. But the face is covered.
It's
What was the face? Probably.
Rosa.
Yeah. However, you do overhear some people mentioning the word, mentioning a name, as a rumor start to circulate. A name by someone by the name of Elijah Matthews.
I feel like we've heard that name before, but
You
I
have?
don't remember where.
You have heard the name before.
I don't remember this. I might not have been here.
No, you were not. No.
Yes, I'm off the hook.
Does anyone want to make me a history check to see if they remember who the name of who this person is?
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Elijah Matthews is the Mr. Major, like basically the head person in charge of this entire fucking city and country. Essentially the president. He's
So
the
he's
person.
like the king, basically.
Well, there's a figurehead king in this location, because there's like a sort of puppet, little like it's a tourist attraction thing. That's where the Castle Trolley exists. But this guy actually ran
It's-
the country, and the
It's
person,
it's like the queen, basically. It's
Yep.
like England.
yeah, the
Okay.
prime minister. This is the prime minister of the
Okay.
entire country,
Huh.
and That's also the boss of Lucia Kalea, the person you were doing this entire thing for.
Hmm. Well,
Okay. Um, I'm gonna turn to Alila. And I'm going to say, you need to find out where he died. They won't take me seriously, but they might tell you.
All right. I'm gonna head towards the caravan or however you described it. The
Yeah,
cart.
it's a cart. But there seem to be guards blocking the way from people to get close towards it. As you approach the area, they go, "Stand back!"
Okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the best idea to ask them about it while they're out and about. So I'm gonna turn back and say we should probably follow them. They're going somewhere, and I'm
They
going
look,
to follow them.
they look to be heading towards the
Alright.
hall, which is
Behind.
All right.
essentially the parliamentary building in this place. As they get to the hall, they'll stop the cart, obviously, because it can't go up the stairs, and they'll carry the body of whoever it is, rumored to be Elijah Matthews, up the stairs. The guards will block off the stairs from people going into the hall, and they'll carry his body inside the hall. You can see they're letting a few people through from the crowds. Look to be fairly well dressed people. After they make some sort of conversation with the guards, they kind of lay them through. Some of them they're laying through, some of them not. Probably some local officials. From the distance, from the crowd, from what you can see, there is a familiar figure who seems to be approaching them. I'm trying to make my way through the crowds. The blonde lady that you were talking with earlier, Lucia. She hasn't made her way there yet. She is making her way towards the guards.
Well, since I noticed her, I just kind of well, that doesn't really like if I just go out and like ask the guards to let me in, I would say I'm working for Lucia, and here she is, basically. Or I could just wait for her to arrive, and it's like then we can just go in.
That's your call. Hey, want to approach it?
No, just wait for her.
Okay. So she makes her way up to the guards. There's a brief conversation.
I'll make sure that I am known to her, that I'm also here, that we're also here.
Okay. So do you like shout at her to get her attention or something?
I will walk towards her. I meet her halfway, basically.
Okay. So she's approaching the guards. You meet her up with her, and she said, "Excuse me, yes, called urgently to the hall. Something terrible has happened." She seems very disheveled and very upset.
Right, we saw that, and we have a feeling that it might have to do with the thing we were hired for. So we need to ask a few questions of the people that were there.
A little late right now.
Well, if you could let us in, that would be it.
Fine, follow me. She seems a little upset. And as you approach the guard will stop you all. She'll converse with them, explain who they are. You're all with Lila at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The crowd is giving a little bit of a berth towards Og, however.
He just smells. It's fine.
The guard will wave Alina through and the rest of your group if you wish to go in as well.
Like doesn't know what a
Yep.
shower is. Actually,
A what?
no, August afraid of water. That's my head canon. I'm sticking with it.
He's been afraid of water since the Great Cold Bowl drowning of 1065.
Yeah. It was unfortunate.
Damn you, thick air. It looks like air. It feels wet, but it looks like air, but you can't breathe it.
It's
Damn
summoned by
it.
it's summoned by the Sky Ball when it needs to rest.
Yeah,
Skyball's trying to drown us.
obviously.
As you head in there, there's like there's this horrible confusion and horrible panic set up out the hall. People are kind of shouting, and you can hear one of the large chambers where the actual congregation of everyone, all the major players and political figures in the city is. They're just yelling over each other in panic, and someone is feverishly trying to maintain order, set up on a high rise.
Og would like to walk forwards to this group and just yell at them to shut up.
Make me an intimidation check. As you yell at all the major politicians in the city.
Nice.
There's a brief pause before. Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here! This is more yelling. Did not seem to have any effect.
I assume the corpse is not in this room with us, right?
Oh, it is. It's on the table in the middle.
Okay.
It's on the table in the middle of the display. Just still covered up.
I'm gonna walk up to it cautiously to see if anyone tries to stop me.
Surprisingly enough, no one notices you because they're too busy yelling at each other.
Okay. I'm gonna peek under whatever is covering its face.
The face has been torn completely off. You can see muscle and a bit of fat left over. The eyes are gone. It's just horrifying. The teeth are there still. It's disgusting. Or enthralling.
Ben would like to
depending on
cast Raise Dead.
Nah, I can only have one zombie at a time right now.
Damn.
But I am gonna take a mental note of what it looks like so I can sketch it later. And then I'm going to go. I'm gonna look around for the guards who brought him here.
They will. They're guarding the door as of right now. You walk past them as you entered into this area.
I follow back.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to them, and I'm just gonna ask them where his body was found.
He was found in the Minister Major's house. In his mansion. It was under guards. It was. Fuck. He seems just completely shattered. Like he had this guy seems to have one duty to guard this guy, and he just died in the middle of the night under his watch, completely unnoticed.
Did he have any visitors that night?
No, just his guards who were there, and his wife, obviously.
Any servants?
No, they've been dismissed as of right now, with everything going on.
Is his wife accounted for?
Yes, she's being held. She's being kept at the house still. She's not in the best shape right now.
And the guards?
I haven't had time to do a full count yet. With everything going on.
I wish I took the spell. It's the second time. I should just always take the second spell. Calm emotions, man.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. It's such a situational spell. That you're like, do I want this? Probably not, since we're just gonna fight a big undead thing. He probably doesn't even have any emotions. Well, turns out we need it.
Sorry, it's been a long night. Who
Of
are
course.
you?
We are associates of the wizard Murtok.
Oh, yeah, that group who was got it.
We were hired by Lucia.
Right, we heard about you. Gonna be honest with you, the guys were upset, but at this point, he's shaking his head.
One last note. Is there anywhere we may find a perhaps listing of the guards that were posted there?
He digs in his pack and pulls out a roll. This is my roster of people who are with me. If you need to look at it, at this point, I know what your orders are. I don't give a damn. Destroy the thing. It's caused too much shit. It's not worth it.
Well, we will see. I'm gonna take the roster, and I don't know if I did. Did we ever get like a list of names of the victims?
You got a long list of names, yeah.
Do we
It is-
have that list?
You would, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cross-reference and see if any of them match.
While she's doing that, because it's probably going to take her a little bit. I do. I do a bow. I bow to the guard for the information, like kind of like solemn, and I head back towards. I want to try and find Lucia if possible. In the commotion.
So you're heading back to the council chamber itself, you said, right?
Yeah.
So there's 4 guards there with them, and there's a list of about 12 guards on that roster. So you can immediately cross off 5 names because the leader and 4 of the names. So that just leaves you for about 7 unaccounted for. Probably some of them are still at the some of them are probably still at the mansion with the wife, and some of them are probably guarding the front door that you walk past who were cutting people off. There are about 4 of them there, so you can get their names too if you'd like. But
Well, I'm mostly cross-referencing between the two lists
Oh yeah.
to see if any of the guards are dead, basically.
Yeah, none of those names will cross-reference on that list. No, they've done that
Okay.
already. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll go and try to get the names of the guards at the front.
So that leaves you a total of 9 people you've gotten so far. They will mention that 2 of the guards left behind were Shay and Cormac.
Okay.
And
And how many total is on the roster?
12 on the roster, and you've gotten 11 names.
Okay.
The only name that has been unaccounted for is Theomund.
All right. I'm gonna return to the party.
So as you do that, Alila, heading into the hall as they're shouting, there seems to be a bit more order now. People are a little bit catching grips of themselves. And right now, conversation has turned from, what caused this? There seems to be a faction of the council who just wants this thing destroyed. It's caused too much. It's too much of a pain. It's just not worth it. Destroy it. And there's also a section of the council that seems to be, no, this is just simply too valuable. We can't destroy it. We can't have it. The one who seems to be leading the side that says destroy it, however, appears to be a politician who seems to be wearing a doublet of black with some yellow trim, black hair, beard. Looks very familiar.
Oh. To me specifically, or the party?
To the party.
Is this fuck. I'm trying to remember. Is this the guy that we met?
This is the guy you saw that was meeting the ahead of the Wizard Industries org and was heading back to town.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Through the conversation, through the shouting and the debate, you cover his name as this.
Playing yellow, blocking yellow. Okay.
So that coming.
It's kind of like, if I find Lucia, I will whisper to her. I know this might be a bad time. Firstly, would you still want us to retrieve this creature? Or would you rather us wait until the discussions are finished?
If I was going to answer with my career, I'd say wait until discussions are finished. But right now, that man points to the table. He was a good man. The town loved him. The entire nation loved him. I want you to destroy that person.
And secondly, I can't do it today, but tomorrow, if it helps, I may be able to speak with him. And I'm eyeing at the corpse. Would that help at all?
Speak with him.
I can ask him. I think it's, hold on. But I can ask him 5 questions.
He might be able to give you some more knowledge about what happened. That could help you.
It might. But again, I can't do it today. Would it help? Would it help at all the current situation?
Oh, it won't.
Veronica nods. Very well then.
Appreciate it. The argument is still going on along the chamber. As the argument it seems like more and more the side of the room that wants to destroy it is winning out some of the debates, as more of the people who want to keep it are turning. Like, yeah, it's time. Eventually, the man on the podium in the back starts banging a gavel like to time. All right, we've been arguing long enough. We need to settle on 2 votes here. First off, the fate of the creation. Second off, we will need a new leader, obviously. We'll have to place a vote on that. Can't wait on that. Due to the chaos the city's in, we need someone now. Does anyone have any nominations? Immediately, one of the nominations is going to be for that Marty De Herrera, the black and yellow politician, because he seems to be leading the conversation on there. The other nomination is going to be for an Arno Raspin.
Are they like stepping up to stands or raising their hands or what?
No, people were just shouting at the name, pointing at them, like, and they seem to be nominating each other towards it. The other politicians are nominating. Arno Raspin appears to be a Arno Raspin is a gnome. He's a short figure, obviously, like black hair that has like this sort of fade off to the side on one side. One's like half his head is shaved, the left half, and it seems to be covered in burn marks. Possibly some sort of accident. The other half is black hair that goes down to the right side, sort of like emo Bob, but a bit more controlled. Well dressed, walks with a cane on his hand. He seems to be leading the charge to keep this thing for scientific research.
Has anyone mentioned to see about our encounter with the black and yellow politician?
Not as of yet, no.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mention to Lucia about what I've overheard at Wizard Industries, because this seems pretty big if the dude's up for the head honcho position. Let them do what they will with that info.
Okay. She looks at you. Are you certain about that?
Positive.
Would you mind attesting to that in front of everyone here?
Very well.
Orderman! She points to the person behind I forgot the word for it. Horse with the gavel. The podium. Thank you. By the podium. Thank you. By the podium. We have some news that may want to be shared if we're taking votes for council and for a major minister now. Some
Probably a bad idea, but fuck it. I'm putting my neck out.
could be important to hear, and look gestures to you. The entire council just looks towards you, Mace.
Greetings. My name is Ace. We have been hired by sent by the wizard Murtok to assist in your investigation of the creature via see over here. Upon our investigations, our trail led to One Wizard Industries, head by what was it? Ord was his name? Mr. DM? I didn't hear you.
I actually didn't hear what you said initially. Sorry, my
I
apologies.
said the goblin's name was Ord, right?
Yeah, the goblin's name was Ord, yes.
Yes. Upon reaching that point in our investigation, we've encountered a meeting between Ord and your what is his official title? He's a minister?
He's one of the ministers, yeah.
Martin de Herrera, discussing upon the creature's conception. It's my belief that Mr. Martia here was the one that commissioned Ord to create such creature. I'd advise you guys to take that info into account if you're deciding who leads this world. Use that information what you will.
The muttering throughout the chamber, and Marty to her stands up. What our friend here says is true. I did lead the commission of it. It's my brainchild. It is my idea. However, I believe that gives my argument to destroy it even more credence. If I am the one who came up with this idea, I'm the one to recognize it is a horrible one, and I greatly apologize for that creation. But it still must be destroyed. And what better to have a person in charge that can admit their own faults? Thank you for pointing them out. And looks right at you, Mace.
I just shrug. Again, I'm not here to pass blame on anything. I just want all the facts on the table. And I bow, and if I was at a podium, I don't know what, if they all just start looking at me, I'll just, yeah.
It's like set of risers. Think of the English House of Commons. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, just pointing out to everyone, we just want all the facts on the table. We're just here independently investigating this creature.
It's a bad thing that Bea doesn't care, because if she did care, she would definitely insight check this guy.
I'm pretty damn sure he's just trying to spin it to his favor, but it's not our place.
They can, if anyone who wants to insight check them, they can. But that's your call.
I mean,
Yeah, yeet.
Yeah, yeet. He's a career politician, so he's kind of difficult to read.
I mean, I'm not the greatest, but I'll try since I was.
Bullshit already
speaking.
abound.
Ah, God damn it! I hit GM again. It was a 14. Not that much better.
Yeah, no, he's still difficult to read. I mean, honestly, he straight up owns to it, so that's that. Doesn't seem as remorseful for the idea as you would think. Maybe that's about what you get for it.
I mean, to be fair, and this is speaking out of character. To be fair, this whole freaking city, it seems a little sketchy. How we were brought in to capture this thing because the one person didn't think Martin guy was doing a good job anyway. This whole fucking city is kind of fucked. But anyway, out of character.
Yep. It's a very inefficient city. It's designed to be that. Eventually, as the argument seems to progress, the testimony, rather than putting down Marti de Herrera, it appears that his owning up to it and straight up seems to be winning some more people over, with some more people going over that. And it looks like he's very likely to be made major minister as the debate goes on. Does any of you interject or do anything to influence this all?
I said my piece.
Our job is still the same.
I'm fairly sure Og doesn't understand how politics work, so
Lots of angry yelling people, and there's a dead body in the middle of the river.
bunch of confusion everywhere. It seems like a kobold tribe.
Yeah. Bad act.
Welcome to politics.
Hey, maybe you understand it more than you know. So eventually, as the votes are cast, the two votes will outcome like this. Marty de Herrera will be the next major minister. He will be acting one from this point. And the vote to destroy it does pass.
It's like, got our order.
As the vote is passed, the guards will go up to Marty de Herrera and kind of converse with him. It appears he's probably going to have some sort of public speech because he's a new major minister. He's probably going to have to calm down the city because obviously the minister just kind of, bit the dust.
I'm going to the rest of the group. I'd say the town preoccupied now is probably a good chance to try to find this monster. Seems to be in the, like what we discussed, it tends to be in the sewer during the day.
Right. And now, we don't have to bother with the whole capturing it bit.
Exactly.
But scouting would be also helpful. Just Snowbird, exactly it is.
Alright, well, I guess
As well as the layout and any possible other exits that it might have. We don't want it escaping out into the city. Do we know that if that's the only entrance into the sewers?
That's the entrance that you saw that we were led to.
Okay. I would like to ask Lucia if there's any other entrances to the sewers. She probably might know. And just outline all of them.
Well, the sewers are actually made in sort of a grid set pattern that sort of dead ends into a neighborhood. They all empty out in towards the river itself, which flows out to the harbor. so they're sort of self-contained areas. They don't. It's not a giant maze. There's sewer A, which is a little grid section, and then it all dumps out towards the river. Sewer B, sewer C, etc. like that. It dead ends somewhere in.
Okay. So it's like sorry. It's the sewer entrance where we were led to is also was it the like the runoff into the river?
It's the runoff. It's the runoff
Okay.
into the river. Yeah,
So there's one way in, one way out, basically. Yeah.
that's the only way out from that thing.
Okay.
There's some
Unless
drains that will.
Unless it's like busted its way through somewhere that we don't know.
Yeah, there's some drains that lead down towards it from the upper street area.
Mhm.
Where will collect and go into, but
But not large enough to fit a person.
no, not large enough for that person at all.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
I thank Lucia for the information.
For as
She will
little
admit
help as it may be at this point,
She will admit
I
the
have
offhand comment. It was specifically designed like that. That way they couldn't have any thieves' guilds running throughout the city.
Uh-huh.
for as little as it may help at this point, I have uncovered one of the guards is unaccounted for, who was most likely the victim of this creature, by the name of Theomund. So,
Alright.
it may be worth having the guards on the lookout for him.
Well, I
But the
have
time
the
for that may
feeling.
have passed.
Right. I have the feeling that he now looks like Elijah. Or it looks like Elijah. Well, it's not necessarily true, as I remember that it can pick and choose what its form is, but it's it's most likely gonna be Elijah, as it was its last acquired one, right?
As far as we're aware.
Right.
And given how convenient this all is, I can't help but wonder if it would even continue attacking.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, it did just kill the leader, and is now taking its place. But I'm not sure if it listens to that reason anymore. I think it's just going to keep killing.
No, I'm not suggesting leave it alive.
I'm not saying you did. I'm saying you were suggesting that perhaps it's not stopping because it killed the leader. Yeah.
That is correct.
Well, I'm saying that it might not answer to that logic. It might not even know who he just killed. So I fear that it might just keep going, murdering random people.
All the more reason to get off our butts and get moving. We have a lead, got something to follow. I say we get going. We have our orders to kill now.
Very well.
Well put. to the foul, disgusting, acrid, stench-ridden sewers.
Okay. So you all will leave the hall. The crowd's still gathered, by the way. They seem to be setting up some sort of a quickly constructed like stage thing for Marty de Herrera to speak to the crowd about with. And
On our way there, I'm gonna have Russell guiding Bea to follow the group as she's just face buried in our sketchbook, drawing
Gotcha.
the torn off face of the mister.
got Okay. So you'll be guided towards the large bridge, the largest of the bridges, towards where you had your vision, Alila. Left-hand side, there appears to be a large 10-foot wide sewer entrance runoff that goes into the river. There does appear to be a large gate, almost like gate entrance towards it as well. You head towards the entrance, I assume?
Yeah.
The entrance does have what appears to be a lock on it, but the lock has been busted.
Neat.
So getting inside is fairly easy. Now, do you all head in together, or do you head anything scouting out?
I mean, that's up to Ace.
Yeah, I guess the plan was to send the owl in, so I'll give it directions to fly out uh and come back to us if it finds any I guess humanoid at this point.
So I'm going to
And
move you to
for
another store.
let's hold on, just so it comes back and it's not endlessly always searching if it doesn't find anything within like a half an hour or so for it to come back.
So I'll give you a quick image of what it sees when it flies into the sewer.
Mhm.
It's about 30 feet down before it sees. I'm going to show you the map here. Yeah, you're going to see a few things here. Okay. First off, you're going to see is right here. Do you see it? Bottom left.
Hold on, I actually need to zoom out. There you go, bottom left. All right.
So the owl flies in. You can see there appears to be a large grate, like a grate of bars blocking the way here from going further down into the sewer.
All right, so
Okay.
you can't go that way. So at this point, are you controlling it or am I controlling the owl?
You can control it.
All right.
And
Oh,
looking down the other way, there appears to be a wall with some like things like some sort of wheels to rotate here, some valves, and intermittently these will jet out jets of steam. It appears, but doesn't seem to be a way out that way either. There is stuff beyond the grate. This area here, you can see there appears to be some sort of door right here, and there's something beyond this, and it appears also to be a sort of lever here.
didn't really get far. It's almost as if this was designed and that the party has to interact with things.
What?
That doesn't sound like a thing that would happen.
What?
I guess it would at least attempt to try to scratch at the door handle if it can like open this door. It'll attempt.
Make me a dexterity check.
All right. There's the owls. Did I
Okay,
have-
go for it.
No, I didn't have the owl open yet. All right.
Actually, probably should have been intelligence because knowing how to use a door handle. Thinking about it.
Well, it depends. Dex or intelligence.
Let's go intelligence.
I mean, technically, if Ace can see it, it can just command the owl to do something.
It's not
The owl
that
doesn't
far
need to-
down yet.
The owl doesn't need to
Yeah.
understand how.
Yeah,
the
it
world
understands it. Yeah, it understands it. So, yeah, I guess I'll open it. So go ahead and move yourself up so you can see on the other side. Yeah. You can see there appears to be some sort of chest there, and okay.
Ooh. It'll
As you fly by the chest,
Mhm. Does a thing snap at me or does nothing happen?
It's just a chest.
your vision from the owl is cut short as it feels pain and just blindingness. Something encapsulates it, and you see teeth just swallow the owl whole.
There's gators in the sewer.
My owl. It's gonna take another 10. It's a whole hour actually. I have to spend a whole nother hour to bring him back.
I like to imagine the whole time that he was doing that, Ace's eyes were just little loading icons.
Mhm.
It's got like standby, like scrolling across both of his eyes.
Well, that didn't take long. Something down there attacked Hoots.
I see our scouting plan went well as Cobalt plan goes.
Guess nothing for us to do but to
You
go
should
down
be-
there.
Well, I guess you should be glad you weren't the scout. Faye is just gonna motion for everyone to go down.
So let me move the entire party into it. Okay.
She's definitely in the very back.
Obviously.
And
I'll put
before
the-
she goes in, she's gonna take out a handkerchief and she's gonna use prestidigitation on it to make it smell like lilac and tie it around her face.
Fair enough. So move yourself to the bottom left of the map. You should be able to see it now. Oh, and because Owl Vision's gone, your old friend's back here for stream.
A stream camera.
You kind of need that.
Poor blind Ace.
Yeah, Ace is not having a good time.
Yeah, would I still have my bugs at this point? They had. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna have them swarm above Ace's head and cast light.
How much is light?
That's,
50?
Well, it's not the light spell, it's the glow from this. So it's dim light in 25 feet.
Okay, so I'll give him 25 feet of dim light in his vision.
I also have 120 feet of dark vision, by the way.
Just
Is that heck?
moving-
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought I gave you 120 feet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 120 feet. At least it's set to that on your thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you can at least see up to here, right?
Yeah. I haven't adjusted your token yet because I was making sure Hex was right. So 25.
Gotcha.
It's
Hard to
dim
tell.
light, so it wouldn't be that much.
Oh, that did not work at all. My
Oh,
apologies.
I am blind.
No, that did not work at all. No. Sorry.
Ace is in the void.
Yes. That did not go as bright as I'd hoped. I made it 25 feet for the secondary one, which should be technically accurate for dim.
Yeah.
So let me extend the primary range just a little bit so you can see just a bit more for stream. Is that better?
That seems like a good. That's 25 feet. Definitely can see. All right.
Yay!
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of moving the stream cameras just so I can like accurately roleplay what I see.
Where does stream camera go? What's it there?
I put it way up here just so I can actually see the light.
Do you want me? Do you want me to put it in GM layer until you say you need it?
No, it's fine. I can move it. If there's nothing in like corners, like if I move it past this corner here, will it reveal anything?
And not particularly.
If I move it over here, then I can turn the camera off if I just move it in the corner.
I put anything that you may encounter in here in GM layer for stream camera.
All right, so I at least got a spot I could just turn the camera off. Turn the camera back on when I need it.
So the moment we walk into the sewer, I was gonna look around and go, see, this is home. Even have running water.
Very foul smelling running water.
I'll point out the
Okay.
valves and the steam
That's like
jets
physical
that
one.
are up this direction, and tell the group that beyond here, get ready to attack a chest.
Yeah, so the door would still be open because the owl didn't close it. Actually, it was
So-
actually not.
I got my hand axe and short sword out.
So from what you can see, there seems to be a chest there. It has like a feather sticking out of it.
Everyone gather around.
Do we Dark Souls this? Do we attack every single chest that we see before opening it?
Pretty much now. At least for that chest. That particular chest. I'll point out with the feather in it. On the count of 3, everyone attack that chest.
Alright.
I'm gonna move Russell up next to the door so he can rush in and probably get eaten.
Would it be would it just be like one attack or whatever?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna stay by here. And I'm gonna pull out the big crossbow.
Alrighty.
Load a bolt. Eyes trained to the door.
3, 2, 1, go.
Fire.
Wait, we're firing at the chest, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I didn't notice. I thought this was the door. My bad.
Nah.
Yeah, it's in here.
Okay.
It's right there.
I didn't.
Straight
I can't. I'm around the corner. Can't see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The chest is around the corner for anyone who's trying to fire at the chest or run an attack at the chest.
Alright. Okay.
Everyone go and make an attack on it.
Oh boy.
While Og's playing in the water.
Well, so August stayed in the back a little bit because August seen things like this before, in the sense that there was two paths and the kobolds went one way, and they got attacked from behind. So August kind of just cautious to completely not pay attention to their back,
Og's having Vietnam flashbacks in the pool.
pretty much.
Oof.
Nice.
Woo!
D100 time?
D100.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no.
Where's the thing? All right.
Fumbles.
It's been a while.
So you just slip on some water and eat shit while going to attack it and fall prone.
Wait, literally? We are in a sewer?
Literally, yeah. Literally.
Hey, it's a good thing he can't taste it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just skidding against the ground there. As let me see here. I need to go to GM layer. You attack the now known mimic, and you see Alila hits. That hits. Unfortunately, the zombie itself does not hit. Sorry, Russell, and neither does Ace. Unfortunately, was
Alright.
Bea attacking too?
Well, I'm not sure if I can see the mimic from this angle.
You can see it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna toll the dead.
Alright.
Making sure I do it after someone else hits hit.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So that's the D8. That's the 8 damage, ironically.
Yep.
Ha 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 ha. All right, so it is taking that much damage there. Solid damage. The fire in the from the bolt of the fire from the firebolt and the crossbow bolt. 2 bolts hit it, pretty good. And then total dead. Let's see its wisdom save. Nope, did not make that. So it takes 8 more damage. As you guys successfully did a surprise round on the mostly successful surprise attack round on the mimic. At which point, I'm going to need everyone here to roll me initiative.
August too busy paying attention to the back. Great.
Wow.
You guys are just having a good time.
Can see how this.
My natural 2 is still worse than Melty's natural 1.
That's impressive. Alrighty, everyone's rolled, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Yep. Make sure everyone's on the initiative order because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, everyone's there. Okay, good. Leela and Og, you guys get to determine who wants to go first on that one. We'll get to you whenever you guys. You can just mess each other or whatever. The mimic is going to attack the downed Warforged because easy target.
Understandable.
Yes. It is going to. You know what? It's just straight up going to bite you. Okay? But your casing does deflect it and doesn't seem to bite hard, doesn't seem to pierce you. You don't feel it as it latches down onto you. A little feather falls out in front of your face as it retracts. Its teeth blaring at you. The teeth is like shining at you. And you're up.
Alright, I will spend my move. Have my movement to get up. Like, how dare you? Look at what you did to Hoots! And then I'll slash at him with the hand axe again. Hopefully this time hitting him.
Oh,
Oh, that hit. Oh, it hit.
I'm saving the smites for the big boy, though.
It's a game of 1s and 20s.
Yep.
that's a lot of dice.
Yep.
Allied, technically, with the, Russell here. This smite hurt. I'm not. Damn it! I used the wrong joke! I used the wrong joke.
You watch as the axe buries into the mimic and it just falls apart dead. Just destroyed. Mouth left open and gaping. That was quick combat.
Goddamn.
We solved the problem, guys. We can leave the city now. Goodbye.
Russell's gonna. Russell probably just thinks that all chests are enemies now, so he's gonna go over and smack this.
Make an attack. Thwack hits it. And as he hits it, your arm's kind of stuck to it. Russell's arm's kind of stuck to it. And
Huh.
more teeth appear and it bites back. A second minute.
We have to roll initiative again.
Yes, we do.
Oh
Roll
my
damage.
We could have saved the freaking roll.
No, this is funnier.
Fair enough.
It's funny.
Should I roll damage on that?
Yes, you should.
Hey, better than a natural.
I mean, if
two.
Russell wasn't gonna attack it, I was gonna attack the other chest. So either way, it was getting attacked.
Hey, a natural 2, look at that.
Hey, I did better.
I continue to roll awfully on initiative with this character. Cool.
Russell's gonna take that one. The bite did hit. Does
Yeah.
Russell take acid damage? I can't remember.
It kind of works out because I'm the cleric.
Yes, he does.
That's 13 damage total to Russell.
That is most of his health.
Yes.
That's what
Did I
Russell
roll the
said.
mimic yet?
You
Hey, mimic's not gonna live very long. It rolled a 6. At this point, it's just biting back to bite back. By the way, what I was gonna do if that other mimic lived long enough, I was gonna move the map token for this chest and slowly forward 15 feet in the next round because it rolled after there, and I was gonna see if anyone noticed it. I was gonna inch forward in the map token. Hop, hop, hop. Alrighty. So, round 2. Ace, you're up.
And I'm technically up, so this thing. There we go. I still got the icon on me.
Oh, yeah, you're up.
Yeah. Right.
More chest back.
Smack it again with the hand axe.
Go ahead. The booming hand axe?
Mm-hmm. That's booming blade with hand axe.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. That hits as well. And yep.
I guess offhand short sword, which I forget what the heck it. I think its damage is just a straight D6, right?
Yeah.
Right, so it still gets the modifiers to hit, so I guess I'll just click that.
Yes. Same to hit.
And then I'll
Modifiers
just-
to hit.
Just open the dice thing. and 6.
Nice, solid damage. Well done. You stab it twice. Once again, hurting these. Acidic blood leaking out everywhere as Russell was still attached. The rest of you down the hall just saw Russell go smack something, and then I heard some commotion, something kind of biting back, and then Ace going shaking his head, just running after it, and you hear more commotion and things blow. Heck, you're up.
I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna come around the corner to see what's happening.
Another member.
Oh, great. Gonna throw another firebolt.
Go ahead. The hit. Solid.
Yeah.
Another bolt of fire goes skirting past. You so yeah, another bolt of fire goes skirting past to hit this thing. And yeah, good hit. Og, you're up.
Hmm. Well, I hear fighting going on. So I'm gonna run in. Can I go to here, second seat into here?
Ye-
It was 15, 20. What else can I do? Get to that. 15, yeah, 20. 20, yeah. Okay. All right. I am going to throw one of my javelins at it.
Alrighty, go ahead and throw.
Plop.
Nice. Og goes running with his javelin like Olympic, like it was one Olympian. Just chucks it from like 10 feet away. Go ahead.
Plop.
Hey, Pearson. And a solid 3 from the Russian judge. Javelin was not very far distance. Actually, Ace, you can feel the rush of like air as this thing just goes flying really fast past you. Really hardly thrown hard. Just solid technique and very close to hitting you guys in front. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all I could do right now.
Hey, Blade, you're up.
Okay. First off, Faye is gonna take out a strip of leather. She's gonna slap it onto her arm like a slap bracelet and cast Mage Armor.
There you go. Mage armor.
And then, do I see this? I assume it's a lever.
Yes, you see the lever. Yep.
Hmm.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Yeah, I'm considering it.
Wrong lever!
Yeah, I'm gonna send my bugs to pull the lever.
How many bugs do you have left on you after you put some on Ace?
Right, you are. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna come in here behind Heck, and I'm gonna command one of my bugs to go from Ace to attack the chest.
All right. So a bug goes flying off your head, Ace. Like angry version of Ray from Princess and the Frog.
You say that hits, or
It's, yeah.
Wow. Great
I saw
damage.
1 point across. Anything else?
So that's my turn.
Alrighty. The mimic is going to bite the zombie that's currently kind of stuck to him.
Oh shit, I just realized I didn't roll his initiative.
No.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Still low.
Yeah.
And the bite. Yeah. 18 hits him, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be 12 points of damage.
Okay, that means a con save.
Yeah.
He dies.
And Russell falls in the sewer. Extra red marks. And Russell's gone. Alila, you're
Right. Well, I can't see anything
unfortunately not.
from my angle. So this right here, what is it? Like this?
It's like it's a barred grate. Seems to be from the ceiling down, and seems to be blocking.
Okay. So I can't go through
No, you can't.
unless I turn myself into a fly. I can't do that.
To myself to flee. I'm listening to flee.
Well, do either of my two allies that I can see look hurt at all?
Nope.
Okay.
None of them look.
Okay, I'm gonna walk into this room. Hey, how's it going? Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, hey, I can see.
The zombie's bitten in half and just yeah, he looks bad. Like he's bitten apart, and the mimic is now facing towards Ace. None of your allies look hurt except Russell.
Does this mimic look like it's the same one that we attacked before?
Not the exact same one, but because the one you is still there where you're kind of standing.
Oh, okay, I
But it
see.
looks it's another mimic, yeah.
I understand. Attorney's gotta decompose and bonus action stink.
Rip.
Everybody in the 5-foot square, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Except Og. Og's okay with stink.
Okay. Well. I'm going to. Yeah, why not? With my action, I'm going to. Ooh, that's the bonus action. Okay. Okay. With my action, I'm going to shoot the thing with my dude. I barely need to move this. Sorry. There we go. The good hunter. Doesn't hit. Probably doesn't hit.
That does not hit, no.
Okay.
Just
with
off
with
over.
my bonus action. What's the range of this? 60 feet? Yeah, I could probably reach him. Yep. I will cast God, I will cast Shield of Faith on Ace.
Alrighty.
So you get +2 to AC.
Neat.
There you go, Ace. Alrighty.
That's my turn, by the way.
Alrighty,
I'll
that
just
is
move like here, I guess.
All right.
I can do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we're good.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, nothing for Russell.
I guess again, just smack it with the hand axe.
There you go.
Just
Yeah,
die
so that hits.
already, I say as I swing the hand axe down.
By the way, didn't think of this before. Probably should have. How loud of a sound is your booming hand axe?
I think it's not a thing that actually makes sound as far as I am aware.
Sorry, it's thunder damage.
Usually a lot of spells say it makes an audible thing up to X amount, and this spell description doesn't say that.
As far as you can say, make melee attack there. Becomes sheathed in booming energy. Sorry, next turn. It takes immediate thunder damage. Thunder generally makes a sound. But... Okay. So what? It's basically the way it's worded and the way it's described. It's actually supposed to be like the force you feel when a sonic boom goes through you, but not the sound. So it doesn't actually make a sound. So that's like sort of like almost like internal force and shock you have in it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that's doing. So you're not pulling an Ulrich.
Mhm.
You knew exactly what I was asking this. He's like, wait a
Mhm.
minute, let me take a look here. And with an axe, you destroy another mimic, killing. Well done.
Hey. Oh, looks like we're exploring the rest of this place on our own. Guess I'll move to open the door since we can pretty much saw through the grate. There was nothing on the other end of this.
That's correct. Yep.
So,
So let me open that up. There you go. Welcome back.
just gonna move up to here and wait for the rest of the party.
Okay. So here's something that I don't believe is actually listed in the spell. Can you reanimate a zombie that has died?
I would say if it was a full in one piece, yes, but Russell was bitten to death, so he would be in pieces.
Okay. How are his clothes?
What?
How are his clothes?
Clothes? Shredded
Yeah.
from
Okay.
the top up. His pants are good.
Okay. I'm just gonna ignore him then. Walk past. And I am, now that I'm over here, I'm gonna have like 5 or so of my bugs leave Ace and pull the lever. And then go back to Ace.
As the lever gets pulled, you hear as the grates lift up into the ceiling, opening up the path. Alrighty. Does the rest of the party fall forward?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm waiting on Heck.
Stream camera's also waiting on Heck. You're the one with the very long dark vision, right?
Yeah, it's
So
true.
basically, the stream camera is your point of view.
Ah, I see.
So as you're looking up ahead, Heck, you can see there appears to be some sort of reservoir, a large reservoir runoff area that has a large pipe in the background and some light emitting into the room. So there seems to be some sort of light source from the left side.
Okay. Kind of, hushed whisper. Let everybody know. There's light back there.
Got another door over there.
Yeah, there appears to be a door on the top side. Yep.
Bark.
No, that wasn't a bark, that was a sneeze.
Sounded so much like a freaking bark.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I'll head up and
Oops.
take a listen to see if I hear anything on the other side of this door.
But the pool that you cross over is actually kind of deep, so there's going to be a ladder that was sent across like a walkway over it.
Hence,
Probably
hence
at
why I
least 50.
crossed over this way before.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know for your vision side, just for your description of the room. So you're doing listening in, you said?
Mhm.
Perception. All right, nothing on the other side.
Alright, I will slowly open. Check to see if I can open this door.
It is unlocked.
I will slowly.
Behind that door is another door.
I will investigate
What's
this room
beyond door
for
number 2?
traps.
Make an investigation check. You don't notice anything. No traps, just spider webs.
I would give you guidance, but then I would lose. Then you would lose thingy.
Fine.
Shield
You
of
would
Faith.
lose shield faith.
I
So
will poke the spider web with my short sword.
You dissipate it, it'll not lose. Spiders go scuttering into
Listen
the
in
corners.
again on the other side of this door.
Okay. So if you see spiders come running out the door, a few spiders, you can hear. The only thing you hear sounds like something like a little pattering of tiny feet over railings and metal. Almost like this is just generic sewer sounds like a rat, possibly. Nothing else on the other side.
Again, check if I can open the door, and if I can, slowly open the door.
This door is actually locked.
I will do a.
Okay, that door was locked.
I'm guessing I'd see from there the light over here.
Yeah, you can see there's light coming from the left-hand side. Absolutely.
All right. I'll go back and say to the party that there's light over down this way as well.
There appears to be some sort of like abandoned camp in the area. A couple like bedrolls, a little fireplace, an abandoned crossbow over here, small hand crossbow.
As I walk into the room.
So looking in here, it's mostly it seems to be devoid of life. However, as you kind of round the corner here, you can see what appears to be some sort of bench, maybe? On the other
I also realize I'm sneaking around, but I have the bugs on me, so I'm walking light bulb. So should that be disadvantage?
Yeah, that should be. Thanks, Regal.
Yeah, I'll roll once more. Uh, hey, 24.
Even better.
Hey, the dice reward your
Da-da-da-da-da, rogue.
So,
I
still
do
stealth.
one thing. Stealth. I have one skill.
Still being stealthy, you can see there's some steps leading up, and appears to be some sort of bench in the background. And as you go around the corner, you can see actually it appears to be a shrine of some kind, some statue, almost like a hidden place of worship.
Do I recognize the statue at all?
Make me a religion check and a perception check.
There's the religion, there's the perception. Okay.
Okay. So this appears to be a statue of Timora, which is Lady Luck. Possibly for street rats, possibly for people looking to get a new handle of their own, like a little alcove for the homeless people. What you do notice, however, is around the corner. Somebody not notice you chewing on something in the corner. Appears to be a giant ass rat.
Doesn't notice me.
Does not notice you. So there's another one behind the statue too. Doesn't seem to notice you either in the pool.
I'm just gonna back away. Slowly. Go through. Close the door. Attempt to use my thieves' tools to lock the door again.
Go ahead. You relock it.
And then walk out. Nothing over there but giant rats.
I would like to keep an ear out. Just anything, just in general.
Perception, please.
Okay.
What did these rats look like?
Like rats.
Were they just
But giant.
large rats, or well, they more muscular?
Like rats, but bigger.
I see.
One day, it will roll. And that day is maybe today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. Oh, okay, there we go. Right, one. We'll take the 17.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, ironically enough, that's your passive perception. So that's really easy to remember.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's passive perception. Cool.
There you go. All right. So the only path forward, aside from the rat room, is a large room with a large basin, and you can hear appears to be a steady stream of water gushing against stone around the corner as you get closer. Like a constant, like a pressure wall. Alrighty. So what that sound is coming from, by the way, Ace, as you around the corner, you can see there's a large stream of water. It seems like a pipe busted loose and just blocking off this entrance entirely. Something is just jutting water here. It's like a wall of torrential water is just blocking it. Just horrifying sewer water.
Don't.
You do, however, notice that all these there's a bunch of like a large pool here. The basin itself does not appear to be as it's not very clean at all, but there has these large pillars with in the basin itself that have these valves on it, and some sort of like switchboard up here.
Guess for now I'll keep going stealthily until you tell me I need to make another stealth roll.
Very good. I'm letting you keep the higher roll for longer because you're honest about the whole thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, just let me know when I need to make another stealth roll as I'm moving.
As you get closer to it, the stench of this gush of like water, horrifying water, is bad.
What is stench?
Yeah, duh, Warforged. Sorry. It looks bad. It looks ugly, and it looks powerful, and probably could be difficult to walk.
I could use a pressure wash of
Now that
shit
you-
water.
Now that you mention it, like every 60 seconds, Bea's just gonna prestidigitate herself clean.
It's been a bad time for you, Bea. You've lost your servant. You're in this shit house. It's just not nice.
What are these controls here?
About 3 different levers here. One, each to the sides facing down, one facing up, away from you. Might control something in here, or some form of flow of water.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can figure out this?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so these do control the flow of water in this room specifically. Leaving them as they are, what you can tell is these are automated systems that you're using here. The levers are actually automated systems. However, you have manual override systems on these valves over here. In order to shut off the water flow behind you that's blocking the path forward, you would have to be able to turn these valves, which could be a little bit difficult to do so because they are a bit older and difficult to turn when you're wading through the water itself. However, one of these valves is a bad valve. You can't tell which right now. That will actually dump out bottom here and send anyone inside of it, cascading the torrential pour as all this water will kind of overflow and then shooting out of the overflow down into the river,
Mm,
which is
so
bad.
Don't want to hit the bad lever.
The bad valve, yes, the bad one of
Valve
these 4
valve, yeah.
valves.
So flipping these levers would do nothing, right?
There could possibly be a way to impact thing, but unfortunately, it's been beyond your knowledge with that investigation.
I guess I'll. Is it very deep down there?
It's about 15 feet deep. Yeah,
Not that I like. If I go underwater, I need to breathe Warforged and shit.
yeah, right. You got to wade, which is swimming, which is part which makes turning the valve difficult.
Guess for now I will. Is it one general investigation or 4 separate to look at each valve? See if I can.
I'll give you one general, just make it
Alright.
easier. Okay. So the one thing you do notice about that, the 2 valves that you're going to need, the way the levers whip now, everything is set up, you're going to need to pull these 2 left valves, turn off the pumps over here, which would turn off this jet stream of sewer water there. Okay.
Yeah, so we know these 2 are the good valves then.
Yeah, they're good valves. One of the other ones will do nothing, and one of them will dump you into the.
All right. They look a little rusted.
Yeah, they look a little rusted, so it's gonna be a little. Gonna be very strong to do this.
A call out for Og. Come here. Hey, big guy. We'll need you. I need you to turn this valve over here and this one down here. Only those 2.
Kind of just stands there for a bit and then slowly nods his head. Got it.
Does Og like gracefully enter, or does he cannonball into the sewer water?
I kind of just drop in.
Wave of sewer water overtakes you a bit. Ace.
Bea steps back into the hallway.
All right.
So
Quickly looks back to Ace and goes, Which one first?
Either one. Don't matter. Just turn that one.
Just gives a quick nod. All right. I will attempt to turn it.
Go ahead.
Strength. What'd you cut out? What'd you say?
Your strength, please. Yes.
I like to imagine he's trying to turn it on the wrong axis.
No, he's turning it the right way. It's just very difficult to turn while he's kind of half submerged in water because it's against 15 deep and he's medium sized right now.
How high is the ceiling?
Extends out another like 10 feet above the. Like, okay, so it's about 10 feet high from the floor,
Okay.
but from the pool, I mean, the way you're submerged, if you're talking about growing size, you have plenty of room to do that.
Okay. Yeah. After failing once, it's a little bit embarrassing. Decides to use the ring to grow to proper size.
Okay, so you're going to use the ring to grow a bit taller. Is that what you said?
Yep. Let me get to my proper size.
All right, 1 second, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my phone's not working. I was gonna play the Mario mushroom sound effect. Damn it. Oh well.
Let's tap this again.
Okay.
Blah.
Dog goes bigger. Much better, actually, this time as you turn it a little bit much more manageably, turning with like one hand. As the rust springs out and the valve turns, and you can see the pressure on the actual thing here has lessened some, but it's still be difficult to walk through. By the way, Ogg's grown, so as he's standing in the water waiting pool now, he still has like a bit of shit going off his chest that was now less exposed from so it was previously more submerged.
Og pays no attention to that. Doesn't bother Og one bit. Alright. Og is going to move on to the next wheel then.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
if Roll20 let me roll it.
Okay, this one's still, even with your size increase, it's still this one's really difficult to turn, hard, rusty, just unfortunately difficult to turn. This thing is just mocking you, stifling you. You guys watch as Ogg's having a difficult time turning this valve. It seems to be very tough.
Okay.
Mhm.
So did he get this one? Sorry.
He got the bottom one, yeah.
Okay. And how long has it been since we fought that mimic?
I would say yeah. It's the shield face is gone by now.
Cool. Type. Awesome.
Yeah. So make a note of that you're on your AC base.
I mean, I never changed it.
Oh, okay.
I just kept
Okay.
the mental note.
So I could help. I could help Og. Mm. So. All right. What if we use teamwork? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast Guidance on Og, which lasts a minute,
Okay.
and I will also aid him.
Okay. Make me an athletics check first off on the aiding. Okay.
No
Because
problem.
swimming in your armor.
Is it that deep?
It's deep. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like 15 feet deep.
Oh. Okay. Where is athletics? Where is athletics? There you go.
You do not drown as you swim up. It is heavy and hard to swim though, but you can aid in this action.
Cool.
Okay.
Then I will
You
do
do
that.
not drown in shit.
All right. So this is with advantage then,
Yep, go ahead and advantage. Also with guidance on you.
which is what, a D4.
D4, yep.
Okay. But and then we'll just put that there just for the hell of it.
With the help of Alila and your friends, the power of friendship empowers you to turn this valve, and the tide of water will eventually start to. Will be much less. It'll be like a small drizzle that still comes out from the wall and just goes into the path, but not enough to impede your progress whatsoever.
Hey.
Aga's gonna
job.
look over to Layla and be like, "Thank you for help," and then just picks you up and puts you on my shoulder, so you're not in the water. As I slowly walk us out of the pool.
Okay. Alrighty. So as you solve this puzzle and you're heading further deeper into the sewer, I think that's actually a good spot to call because it's getting close to our call time in 10. Before we get into more puzzles or anything like that.
All right.
Works.
Unless you guys want to go later.
It's fine.
It's up to everyone else. Go a little bit.
I
I'd be
believe-
fine either way, but
If everybody else would like to continue, that's fine.
I'm good with whatever.
If I vaguely remember,
she's
one of you
here.
had
No
something
one
you
is
do
making
after.
any decisions.
What was that comment?
I vaguely remember someone having something doing after 10 o'clock Eastern time. And I know you have work, Tooth, so.
Yeah. Teeth has work. Well, I have work tomorrow at 6 p.m. So I'm okay.
and as for the 10 o'clock thing, that changed like a long while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no one told me.
Yeah. Like the whole reason for ending at 10 is... Yeah. That changed. Like almost
no one told me.
immediately after we started this game.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
So we don't really have a set end time. It's whenever I guess you feel like is a good break point now.
Okay, so we can go a little bit longer then. Sorry, my apologies. I was going off to the previous break. So, for those of you hearing the stream, hi, I'm a dumbass.
We don't want it to go too long because it's still like keep
Yeah,
a nice
gotcha.
stream size.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so let's continue a little further.
Okay.
As you two wade yourself out of the water.
Yep.
But yeah, you just notice that Alila and Og are just covered in shit and piss and just the worst smelling liquid.
So many prestidigitations. I imagine one of them's thrown on me as well.
Well, you have to get within 10 feet to do that, by the way, I think, right?
I missed.
I stay right on the very outside of that distance while I do it.
The smell is horrible as you're 10 feet away. Like, ugh.
Missed me.
I really, I really missed the bath.
All right. So as you head further down, still covered in the sewer water. If you heard that, the dog was chewing on something it wasn't supposed to be chewing on. If you're wondering what the bad dog was.
Bad upper.
Yeah. He's still young.
So yeah,
Happens.
going still stealthily. I'm gonna guess by this time I should be making another stealth check, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Are the bugs back on? Because I assume I'm submerged, so the bugs wouldn't be like.
They didn't
in the
follow
water.
you into the water. No, they
Yeah.
were just hovering above you. They're back on your head.
All right. So
I
disadvantage.
can call them off if you want.
If I didn't have them, I wouldn't even be able to see sneaking around. So. Still 13. Not as stealthy, but somewhat stealthy.
Still better than most of your party. So you appear to meet a four-way interchange here.
Oh, we're at a crossroads.
Yep. And you can't see anywhere past where to go.
Nope.
You're like darkness everywhere you go.
Where
Sounds like
to?
there's actually a pretty cool image of you just in the darkness alone over there.
I'll take my my short sword and carve a little arrow on the floor pointing to this direction and start heading this way.
Okay. The rest of you who can see in the dark just saw him carve into the stone and just start walking that way.
Hmm.
Okay. So this as you walk forward, the you do notice the water extends kind of deep here. A little mismatch of a maze of reservoir here, and you would have to and falling in could be difficult to get out. Almost like a very dangerous lazy river and deep.
So,
So it's kind of
so there's a steep incline after
steep
this.
incline. You have to hop across these large areas, or take the little walking path,
Walking
little
stick.
blanket over the side. Yeah. Yep.
Here, walk down the
I'm gonna
plank.
follow at a distance.
Okay.
Are these like deep things, or can I just walk across these things?
They're deep, but they're narrow enough that you can't step over them.
All right, I'll step. Oop. Oop.
This one, however, is a little bit too wide to step across. As you can tell the difference.
Oop. I guess I can just walk across this plank.
Yep.
Is that a door way up there, or is that some? What is that? thing?
That is just like a metal overhang.
Ah,
Nothing really. It's not a door.
Alright.
However, Bea, you do notice he's kind of like me. From your perspective, he's mindlessly meandering between these because he can't see that far.
Up.
Yeah. What about this up here? Is that a door?
That is a door. Yes. up there is a door. There's also 3 valves over here.
Okay.
Hup.
Now this one's going to take a jump to get across.
Oh boy. I'm a jumping. I guess, acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics, either one will work for me. I don't care either way.
Oh, that's not disadvantage. To the 18.
18, you make it across. You're fine, yeah.
Hap.
Hit. And some steps up.
And this,
But is the party moving forward at all, or are you still back there, guys?
I'm sleeping.
Where'd Heck go?
Oh, I don't know.
where did you go?
Heck has been swallowed by the sewer.
I'm not moving the camera.
I think I accidentally deleted my token.
You're good. I put you back.
Okay.
Og, you're kind of straddling this. Seems to be some boxes with some like some hidden crates and some various other urns. I don't know, like jars here. Maybe some hidden supplies, storage here, possibly.
The world is this?
Everyone stop.
Boy.
Ace.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk here,
Oh boy.
the water starts to kind of ripple a bit in a form that was down into the water, like oozes its way up and out. Circular in nature, cylindrical, and as it reaches the top, its circular edges pop out the corners. As a large gelatinous cube makes its way
You
in beneath the
fuck.
water and inches forward to try to encapsulate you.
Wasn't stealthy enough.
No. You weren't. So, as it goes forward to try and engulf you, make me a dex save. You stealthily dodge out of the way of this cube as it tried to engulf you,
Up.
backing yourself into a corner. As Alita just walks up the steps next to you, and you see this large cube right next to you guys. I'm going to need everyone where you're at right now to roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
That's why I asked if everyone was staying where they were, because I didn't want you to be guys around the corner during this.
Yeah.
I was like, guys? Gelatinous cubes. There's no D&D game that's complete without one gelatinous. You know?
Pretty sure I collected my token, but okay. Oh, well,
What?
wait. That's nope. I was on the wrong thing. Okay, my bad.
So let's make it 7, because that was the first one. Yeah, make it 7.
My initiative on this character, spicy.
Yeah, you get
Yes.
to hang out with me back here. Not pay attention.
Can't you wait until Og gets the advantage on initiative thing?
So I can roll double once, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I changed this and didn't keep track. Do you remember what Og's original speed was when he was large? Was it 35 or 40? Because I know it reduces to 30 when he's medium. And then when we got fast movement, he's up to 40.
His speed when is 40 when he's large, like a regular ogre.
So with fast movement, he'd be up to 50. Okay. All right.
He moved 40, big ogre.
Okay.
Alrighty. Heck, you're up first. You see this large gelatinous cube make its way out of the
Oh, boy.
water.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Well. Alright then. Gonna move forward a bit. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, I'll move forward a little bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna Chaos Bolt.
Alrighty, go ahead. That hits. Gelatinous
Nice.
Cube, not known for its AC.
So I got a 4. That is force damage.
Alright, so this burst of arcane energy just slams into it from behind you, Elise.
Nice.
Taking a chunk of it out.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna say that's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So next up is Ace, as the gelatinous cube is right in front of you, trying to engulf you and just missed barely. Not really
How
barely, but
dare you try to melt this perfect metal form of mine? I'll hit him with the booming hand axe.
alrighty. That hits. Hey, Aaliyah's next to you. That's good, actually. Alrighty, so a solid damage there, about
And
22.
then bonus action, cunning action, disengage. I'd run if I were you, Leela, and then book it. Oh, to here, since I don't think I can hop over the thing.
No. Alrighty, you think?
That was my action, bonus action, and as much movement as I can get.
Alrighty. The other target gone away. It sees a new target standing in front of it. It's gonna attempt to engulf Alila.
Oh,
Ah,
good.
it moved! You've activated my trap card.
Okay.
Not the sneaky, but
Listen, it's a gelatinous cube. It's not known for its intelligence either. I'll give you a hint. Its intelligence is 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't prevent it from moving, though. So make a dex save, Leela.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please. You barely dodge out of the way of this thing.
Pong.
You can move 5 feet back. Or to the side, or wherever you want to go. Yep. As it tried to engulf you.
Cool.
You can see bits of floating weapon and bits of equipment that have been digested into it, and what appears to be a bits and pieces of a skeleton, not an entire one, just bits floating inside of it.
Huh.
Speaking of Leela, it's your
Hey. With my action, I'm going to disengage. And I will move as far down as possible. 5, 10, 15.
You're gonna have to make an athletics check or acrobatics check to go over the gap there, because remember, those ones are actually kind of big.
Okay. That's fine. I will do... I feel like this is more like athletics, because you're not really...
I allow acrobatics for like long jumps, stuff like that, for those more acrobatically gifted. But it can be acrobatics or athletics, either or.
Have
for
to
me.
do a backflip over the gap. Mandatory.
In my heavy chainmail, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
That's why I said I feel like for me it's more athletics.
Yeah, you can do athletics if you want. You can do either or.
I feel like I'm better at acrobatics, but I feel like athletics is more. It's more the one here.
Og, however, can just step over because he's just in large form.
Yay.
That is enough. Barely. It is enough. So you do that like long jump thing as you run over, hit, and you like land your feet. like on the edge, like you tilting back and forth, and you're going to fall back, but you catch your balance. But that's gonna be the end of your movement.
No problem. Then with my
I'll say that'll take your bonus action to do that. Okay. To force yourself to do the jump. Okay. Because otherwise, Ace could have jumped over too.
alright, that's no problem. Yeah. That's my turn then.
But yeah, you're
I disengaged and moved.
Okay. I'm gonna step up. First off, do I? Do I get the sense that this thing could be grappled?
could be what?
Grappled. Or would it just
Um,
kind of slip out of anything trying to grab it?
There's nothing preventing you from doing that.
I believe the sentence you're looking for is you can certainly try.
Alright. Aya's gonna reach into her bag. She's gonna pull out a candle and a piece of coal. Just
Her Christmas
Flick.
gift every year.
flick the candle lit. Because she has magic, she can fucking do that. And she's gonna hold the coal between the candle and the cube and cast Animate Shadow.
Ooh. Alrighty, so wisdom save. Let's see what this does. Wisdom save. Okay, that would be a 0. Does a 0 beat your spell DC?
No, it does not.
Wow, what a twist. Alrighty.
It's literally impossible for anyone to have a 0 on the spell save.
I know, right? Negative. That's August of wisdom.
I
I
mean,
think
not wrong.
that's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. Solid. Alrighty. Og, you're up.
All right. Let's see. I actually can't see far enough in the room to see this this cube yet. I just know something is fighting my party.
You hear screams and people fighting in the distance. You saw Bea cast something in the distance. Off in the darkness. It looks like she's fighting the darkness, in your opinion.
Oh god. She's one of those filthy skyball lovers.
I attack the darkness.
Alright,
Oh,
let's see. Oh. I mean, I could just kind of plow through my party if I'd like, but...
Knock him in the water. Do it.
Mom, out of my way! I see dinner! I'm gonna move here.
As you get closer, you see something large and gelatinous in nature. Well, that's a very apt description of a gelatinous cube.
Can you describe gelatinous in a word that Og would understand?
Jello. There is Jello there.
Oh, so walking dinner. Okay. There's dinner ahead. Got it.
With like, bits of bone in it.
Please let Og eat fucking Making a gelatinous cube.
I get engulfed in it and start eating it from the inside out.
Acid damage galore.
Delicious.
It's not acid damage, it's indigestion.
Obviously, it was bad Jello.
Right.
I like to imagine there's like a deep blue gelatinous cube that deals cold damage.
Hmm.
It's not a deep blue gelatinous cube. It's just an ice cube. It's a
What?
frozen. It's just a frozen gelatinous cube. It's like just instead of like moving around, it just slides.
You're not.
And that's
It deals damage
that's
by
what-
just bumping into things.
and that's what attacked the Titanic.
Yeah.
Gelatinous iceberg.
Hmm. Do I do something stupid or just standard? How far is it away? First of all, how far is this away?
30 feet from you.
30 feet from me. Okay, so I could. For now, you know what? Let's throw a javelin at it. Just a basic play.
So Ace, as he got back up, Alila hopped over the side with her movement. You were unable to because you kind of worried yourself from being attacked there. This cube just is inching forward towards you, going to go down the stairs on either side and kind of roll towards you. This javelin just goes sizzling by your head, over your shoulder, and impales itself into the sizzling as it enters it. Roll damage, please. Solid.
Wait, does the creature, does all attacks on the creature have advantage because of the shadow thing? That's the granting advantage,
Advantage
on
on all attacks, yeah.
Get it? So
Oh, so roll again or
Roll
no?
again, see if you get crit. Yeah, roll again, see if you
Okay.
get crit. Nope, no crit.
Okay, this is gonna be a really stupid question. Extra attack works on ranged attacks, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're just gonna throw another javelin because I don't use these often.
How many javelins do you have?
Well, considering that I didn't ask if I picked up the one from the mimic, I only have 3 left, but now I have 2 because I threw one into the gelatinous cube.
Dog needs javelin of returning.
Don't worry.
Or a boomerang.
If I start running out of things to throw, I'll start throwing my party members. better use your reaction to swing when you're in the air.
picks up Heck and tosses him.
Like,
This is gonna hurt like heck.
can we just have a timeout on this battle real quick? I'm gonna go up onto the surface, take a bunch of goblins, stick some spiky helmets on, and just start throwing them like footballs.
I was imagining goblins in those old World War I helmets from Germany. Like dark.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw a second javelin. So,
Hit. Listen, you gotta really suck not to hit this thing.
yeah.
It is slow as balls and big.
And that will be. Yeah, that'll be my turn for now.
Alrighty. Heck, you're up.
Great. Alright. So it hasn't really moved much other than trying to engulf Alila and Ace, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Then I think I'm comfortable staying where I am. In that case. And I'm just gonna hit it with another chaos bolt.
Alright. That hits.
Hell yeah. You know what? This will be a level 2. Let's go
Ooh.
for it.
Fancy.
And it's a 1, which is. God damn it. It's acid damage.
All right.
You can choose a 1 or an 8.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Fuck it, I'll go with the 8 then. It's thunder damage. It's probably better.
It's not vibrating jello.
Look at it wiggle.
Well, you choose one of the D8s. So, which one is your chosen one? You have to. You choose one of the two. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I
It
choose
doesn't say
thunder.
choose one to pre-roll. It doesn't say choose one to pre-rolling.
Yeah.
Side note: gelatinous cubes are not resistant or immune to acid damage.
Hmm.
Fun fact of the day.
They're not immune to acid damage? They're not resistant either, right?
No.
That is. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay.
Yeah, I know, right? In the old editions, they used to be resistant to slashing damage and stuff like that too,
Yeah.
or bludgeoning damage. Yeah, not in 5e.
Hmm.
The more dangerous ones are. The more dangerous ones, they split. If you hit them with slashing damage. And then you have 2 of them.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter what damage type it is, so. That's how much it hits. 4.
Alrighty.
Do you have Tiny Bubble, Atticus, on your channel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it bubble? Hold on. I haven't gotten your thing up because I didn't want to get spoiled, but I need to post bubble.
Just for the record, Benny, I was heavily debating whether or not I should use my turn to move you behind me or behind Bea to get you in a safe distance.
Oh boy.
But I was like, no, I'll just do some damage. If it gets too close,
Alrighty.
I'll start picking people up and throwing them out of the way.
Move, little man. Ace, you're up, buddy.
Alright. I'll move forward 1. Attack again. Up. And I'm getting my sneak attack because of advantage.
That's true. That hits. So, as you hit it, your axe with this sort of sonic boom sound effect inside of it, just you see these ripples like start to evolve inside of it, like it's being shaken from the inside. And it sort of shake violently as this axe is buried into it and just explode.
The jiggle of
Dead.
death.
Would
Yes.
you say it bubbled?
Yes.
It was bobbled.
Okay.
Bits of acid gel just drip from the ceiling onto the ground. As Ace has killed 1, 2, 3 things in this dungeon so far.
Neat.
If we see another cube,
Realize I
I'm checking
probably
him
should
first.
see if that freaking the mimics had anything, but I'll check to see if the gelatinous cube may have swallowed something interesting
Roll me investigation.
that didn't get
I will put away my
Dissolve.
big gun because it is kind of, girthy.
per investigation.
Okay. Don't really find anything on it. A few bits of coin here and there, about 4 gold. Alrighty. So,
Guess there was nothing else in that room. Dead end with the gelatinous cube.
and all these boxes and crates and storage stuff.
Did it destroy my javelins? It's okay.
One of them.
Okay.
One of them's in the pool.
All
Yeah,
right. I'm
just
gonna
for the
go
hell of
retrieve
it.
that.
I want to investigate the boxes. See if I can find anything in there.
Alrighty, so Okay. In my chart.
Gibaloot.
Okay. You find what appears to be a statuette of a cat.
Hmm.
It looks to be made out of a sapphire. Decent. Probably could sell for some money. For reference, the cost of this, what you can sell it for this thing, is going to be about 25 gold.
All right. 25 gold sapphire cat statue. Neat.
Most of the rest of it's just like food, knickknacks, like along with some molded food. And as you're in this room, by the way, Bea, the entire smell of this room is encompassed by these little runways of water, just horrifying stench of this.
I take a box of a crate that
Scott.
has food in it, and I'll head back to Og. And I'll toss it over. Hey, snack time. Good work, big guy. Toss the food crate over to him.
Rhea is trying her absolute hardest not to pay attention to the smell. And she's gonna see if these 3 valves along the top are visibly connected to anything.
Investigation. Meanwhile, a crate of beef jerky lands in front of you all.
And then that's to hop over.
It looks to be connected to some of the pressure in the room here. Some of the water pressure in the room possibly could impact the flow of the water here, from what you can understand. What you can see though is there's one door here and an open, like a another one of those bar entryway. You can't go through that way, but you can see down it to another one.
Yeah.
There's-
I'm
Unless you
assuming
do.
we don't see any sort of way of opening it on this side or the other.
No, this one's actually attached from the ceiling to the floor, unless you have a way of bending the bars out of the way.
Uh, in that case, I'm gonna flag down Ace.
Okay.
There seems to be a door over here.
Really? Huh. Didn't see
You
that.
tend to be the one to deal with those. I'm gonna have my bugs kind of still stay near his head, but drift slightly in the direction of the door to lead him there.
Okay.
Yep.
This is another one of those long ones you have to kind of jump across.
Not much room on the other side.
No, there's not.
Can I go
Can I
and pick up
take-
these
Yeah,
planks?
that's exactly what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up these planks and then move them over here.
Actually,
Imagine being able to not be able to just cross these normally.
so you get planks. Just imagine planks are there.
Now I can
Go on the other
just
side.
step on it. And I will check if the door can
But-
be open.
The door has a giant padlock on it.
Oh. Well then, is the padlock on it now?
Not anymore, but barely. It's actually a really tough lock.
Ooh. Click. Take the padlock off. Slowly open the door.
So what you find in here is actually like a little cache of like adventuring equipment. Someone hadn't seen really stashed here.
Oh, I am totally investigating this. Tap.
Okay. You can see like it's got your basics like your standard adventuring equipment, stuff like that. You find two things of interest in this little cache. It was
Mhm.
hidden behind a very well hard lock. One appears to be a sack of diamonds. Actually, if you had to do your estimation about the cost of these, you'd say about 300.
And how many are in the sack?
About 5 or so.
So there's 5 diamonds worth 300 gold each.
No, 5 diamonds
Total
total.
300.
Yeah.
All right, so. I don't think that counts then for the spells, because is it one? It's 1 diamond that has to worth 300 for at least revivify.
It needs to be 300. 300 gold diamonds.
The diamonds, you can use plural for that.
Plural. Well, it
Plural.
is plural. All right, so
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
not 1 diamond.
for some reason I kept thinking it had to been one diamond worth that much, and no, it could be a cumulative thing.
Yeah, it can be relative.
All right, so. All right, I'll put the sack of diamonds.
So that's the first thing you find, okay? The second you see is sort of a purplish looking sack. A little hefty for its weight. Looks empty in nature. It's kind of flaccid, but it feels like it weighs something. Like a decent.
Ooh, sack.
Yeah.
I put my hand in the bag.
Feel nothing.
Mm.
But it has weight to it.
You know, this is where, in person, totally bag of holding. I don't know if Ace would have known or encountered a bag of holding. Have we encountered?
You have not in this game, no.
Nah.
You,
It's like it's one of those things. It's like it's always in a game, and you never realize like, wait, has the party ever encountered it yet? Oh yeah. I just think it's weird that this bag feels like it has something, but I'm reaching in and nothing's there. Guess I'll come out and uh you're magic.
Yes.
This
Yes, I am.
this is weird. This feels like it has something in it, but when I put my hand in, there's nothing there. Explain magic thing. And I'll hand that back to you.
I'm gonna see if I know what it is.
Archon check, please. Yeah, it's a bag of holding.
It's just a really heavy bag.
Oh, all right. Always use an extra bag of store stuff
in full view of him, I'm gonna. Do I know how to empty it?
Yeah, you know how to empty it with that.
Okay. In full view of him, I'm gonna empty it onto the ground next to me.
I actually didn't think about what was inside of it, so I'm going to roll D100 and see what's inside of this thing.
It's
Son
an
of a
army of
bitch.
skeletons.
No,
Oh,
I
no.
rolled really well, so there's something really good inside this thing.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what's in it. Okay, so it's going to be one of those. I'm not going to do this myself. Let's go with. Since you emptied it, Bea, roll me a D6, please. So about 45 platinum falls out of this thing, and a book boom, lands in it out.
Is gonna wordlessly hand the bag back to Ace and start reading the book. Trying to.
I will take the bag and immediately start picking up the bottom.
Okay. So
1, 2.
the book is definitely arcane in nature. And I'm gonna whisper you what it seems to be about.
Also, Leia's gonna offhandedly mention that's 9 platinum per person.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled really well on the loot inside this fucking thing.
Kind of PP.
You what?
9 PP.
Ye-
Plot pieces.
Ye-
PP.
So that's what that book is, Bea.
Okay.
You can roll Arcana if you want to know specifically what the name of it is, but as a player you might know already.
I have never encountered one of these.
Roll an Arcana. Okay. I'm gonna whisper you something. It is actually an item, so you can just put this in the companion. There's that. That's why I had you roll the d6 to determine what it was.
Let's see.
I think I know what it is. If so, cool.
I'm gonna, after getting the gist of it, close the book and for the time being, I'm gonna put it in my bag. Actually, I'm gonna put it back in the bag we just found.
All right. And I will begin handing out 9 PP.
Everyone gets 9 PPs.
For the record, I am picking up the box of food.
Box of jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And with that, I think now is actually a good time to call because it's 10:40. Okay, guys?
Nice.
Yay, I get to pass out.
Yes.
Right. I am going to move the y'all's player icons to another map in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, you're a good way done with this dungeon so far. Not entirely, but good way done.
Nice.
You've avoided a few traps, a few fights, done some others, solved a few puzzles, and not taking any damage from any of the monsters in it so far.
Nice.
Don't jinx it.
So far.
I was really tempted.
Og's
I was
mercy.
actually worried when Alila jumped into the large pool that when I described earlier the deep depth of something. Oh no.
So how's everyone's availability for next week?
Let me check. Fuck. Hold on.
Damn it. I'm all
Should be
booked
good
up.
for next week.
Full schedule, man. Just
Mhm.
can't pencil it in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
On
I'm-
a side note, who's gonna hold? Who's gonna carry the bag?
I mean, I was going to, regardless of anything, I was going to hold on to the bag.
Okay.
You guys could put stuff in it if you all want to. I
I
don't
kind of
mind it.
figured it would be a surveyor carrying it.
Og is his own bag of holding.
Mhm. I can't believe on the loot thing I rolled that well for you guys. That annoys me.
I should be okay for next week. I
Alright.
work 7:30 to
Same for me.
12:30.
Did someone say they were busy though? I thought someone said they were until the
I
sarcasm.
mean, Benny was being sarcastic.
Freaking morning. You said right.
Yes.
Alright, so it should be good. Alright.
We should probably actually be able to finish up this dungeon next week.
Nice.
You say that.
I'll probably.
Unless
be
we fuck around with RP for the first half of the session.
That's how
Yes.
half the fun.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. The reason I spoke of be like, let's get to the sewers is because we were like constantly talking and talking and talking about it, which is fine.
No, but seriously, before we explore more of this dungeon, I'm going up and taking a bunch of goblins with me. I'm starting. I need to replace my job.
Yeah.
And next time I'll actually be not dead. Woo.
Yay.
Oh,
Fog.
I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah.
We got a little
Yeah.
role play we
It was
had a few
fun.
puzzles,
It's
some
always a
political
good time.
intrigue.
I was when Ace and Alila were talking to the guys at the inn. I was completely ready to have my bug fucking explode in the guy's face if they just got in a fight or anything.
Yeah.
Like a
It's
nice
always
old
a good-
man. I definitely want to talk to him more about his apprentice.
He's actually just a. When we were talking about you, he was just literally talking magically scientifically. He was not even trying to be insulting in that.
I figure, but the fact that his apprentice was that god and my backstory.
Well, no. The previous guy he met, he was like another wizard. He said.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
It was a
that's what I
old-
thought he said. It was a former apprentice of his. I thought that's what you said, or it
No,
was
no,
just
no.
an
It
acquaintance.
was just an acquaintance. A wizard
All right, all
acquaintance.
right, all right, all right. It's just an acquaintance. All right.
Yeah, just acquaintance.
He might know more about Warforged and stuff, so it's still something I want to ask him about.
A little bit full on like mom does mom books an appointment, a doctor's appointment for you. Mode.
I was trying to be sneaky about listening in, and then you were just like, "Fuck that shit. We're going to talk to him." Like, okay, mom.
Alila is team mom.
I said this from like when I made the character. I am mom. This is mom.
So how are you going to turn into like a Karen with bad customers?
I don't know. I don't think I can do a good Karen. Even
By the
though-
way,
even though I deal with them daily.
I will say, the height of the sewer like path, like the big rooms are taller, but the sewer path itself is a little bit more short. So Og totally has like a streak of like mildew and like excess thing that's lying on top of his head from scraping out on the top of the sewer from his large.
It's okay. He's used
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
she is adding hog cleanup to her routine every 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you don't try to put me in a suit.
I don't think
took-
I don't think there is a material strong enough in this world.
It's taken all I have not to have a pipe next to Bea just explode and cover her.
We're all gonna have a nice bonding session after we're done here, and the bath, in the in the bathhouse.
Everyone wash hog.
Yeah. Team bonding experience. Washing Og.
Working at the hog wash.
All right, been fun. I'm gonna go pass out because I slept for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Do
Night.
that.
Bye-bye.
I'm
Good
gonna
night.
go end everything up.
All right.
GG's.
Thank you all for watching. We will be back next week.